everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Melissa, or Missa, welcome. This is kind of part 3 of my in-depth eyeshadow palette collection. Today we're going to be looking at the palettes that are a bit more high-end, or definitely high-end, £35 plus palettes. That is what I consider expensive. So we're going to be looking at them a little bit in depth, lots of swatches, all that fun stuff. If you missed part 1 and 2, I'll link them up here, probably won't. I'll try and put them down there. I always forget. Just go back on my channel and find them. So if you want to fanny around with me with eyeshadows that are expensive, then please just do keep on watching. I have like an ulcer on my tongue and it's making it really hard to talk. My lisp is coming back quite badly. Let's get into it. Oh, I can't believe we're here. This is our final eyeshadow palette video. So I've got what I think is all of my higher end palettes here. I'm really paranoid if I've missed one out or something, but we're going to start with this, and if this is them all, then great. If I've missed a couple, who cares? And I'm going to start off with this new Norvina, because it only arrived yesterday, so it'll be fun to do some swatches. And it's my only ABH palette, actually. Yeah, I've decluttered all my ABH palettes that I've ever had, because I don't know, but this came yesterday, and I did swatch it and I played with it a little bit, so mine's a little bit messy, but holy smokes, it's so nice. So yeah, this is the new Norvina Volume 5. I don't actually think it's out yet, and I'm going to put on screen my swatches because I swatched every single shade, and obviously in this video we're just doing kind of a few swatches, but wow, I cannot get over this. I think this comes out in September or something, but I mean, let's swatch some of the shimmers. Yeah, I have decluttered all my all my ABH palettes just because I didn't reach for them, but I don't really see myself getting rid of this because it's so beautiful. I hope the lighting's a little bit better for this video because I've moved one of my other ring lights around. The shimmers in here are just so stunning. This is like a bluey purple. This is definitely my favourite one, E3. Just the tone of it is just stunning. Oh! Like, I can't get over it. They've also got, what other one? This is like a really nice, like silvery, kind of pink champagne kind of shade. And then they've got this D2. This is like a glitter, and I cannot tell you how stunning it is. Maybe when it's out of focus you'll see all the different shades in it. It's one of the prettiest pressed glitters that I've ever come across. It's even prettier than that one in the Colourpop palette that I was swatching. The mattes just feel so incredible, and I have played with this on my eyes yesterday quite a bit, and wow, they are pigmented. So yeah, this Norvina Volume 5, I would say, is stunning. The Boy Racer is back. Can you hear him? C4 as well. Like, oh, the quality. Yeah, I'm really pleased to have this in my collection. I probably wouldn't have got that excited about it seeing pictures online, but it's one of those palettes that is definitely a lot prettier in person. So yeah, if you've got your eye on it, probably would recommend, to be honest. I don't think the packaging matches the whole cyberpunk feeling of the promotion, but there we are. Then we have Mitchell. This is the Head in the Clouds. This is quite a bright, fun palette. The cats scratched those shades there. This is really pretty. I like this a lot. I guess I don't really reach for it a whole heap, just because I feel like it's one of those palettes that I need to add other palettes in to make it work. But look at that blue. If you want like a deep, royal, sexy, stunning blue, that's it. This purple is real beautiful. This shimmery yellow is really quite interesting. What else? Oh, this kind of teal. Can't not swatch that, can we? Like, the shimmers in this are so good. The quality of the Mitchell palettes really is great. I just feel like maybe the mattes are a wee bit dry, this one especially, and maybe they just need a bit of extra work. And yeah, once again, I find like I need to add other palettes into the mix to make like a proper cohesive look, although I have done a video on this, so if you want to search it on my channel, you will find a video that I've done just purely using this palette. And some of the shades are real quite special, but also this white called Walter. It is one of the best white eyeshadows that I've personally ever come across. It just goes on the eye so beautifully, and I've never had any issues with it. So yeah, that's the Head in the Clouds. I also have Feet on the Ground, which is more of a khaki green. I actually got rid of it. Look at that dark blue though, wow. So yeah, this palette is just Gorgina. I would recommend it if you really like the colour story. I think the quality is definitely good. I think his prices are a wee bit expensive, but I also kind of understand because the quality is great, and you know, it must be horrifyingly expensive to start a brand. So yeah, I really like it, and I know a lot of my sausages, a lot of my friends on Instagram and stuff, they've all got it and love it. So it's a very good palette, and I quite like the packaging as well. Oh, moving on, this was a very special, very unexpected gift from my two wonderful friends Nina and Anne-Marie, and I did not know this was coming, and I was really gutted that I missed, like didn't get this palette when I had the chance. I've done a video using it where I used every single shade in one eye look, and I really like how that eye look came out. But this is the Kaleidos Club Nebula. The shimmers in this are, it's another one of those palettes where the shimmers are like the real standout and kind of maybe why most people would buy it. But saying that, the mattes are some of the most pigmented, creamy, incredible mattes that I've ever come across in my life. This green is stunning. I remember when I had to use this orange in that look, and Yelica commented like, I'm gonna get you to like orange. And I was like, you can try. But yeah, the mattes in here are phenomenal. I've honestly never touched such pigmented, buttery, smooth, soft mattes before. I'd say even better than the ABH Norvina. There's just something about them where the pigment is actually ridiculous. I don't think you can get this palette anymore. They did restock it like a couple of times because it was so in demand, but yeah, I don't think they're making it anymore. But sometimes you'll find someone that's maybe selling theirs second hand, and I would definitely grab it with both hands if you can. Like someone just the other day in our sausage group sold theirs for, I think it was 30 quid, which is a really good deal. So you can definitely get some second hand, and if you can, I really would recommend it. It's a really good palette, and Yelica did such a good job with it, and she's also just such a lovely content creator. Like when I go live, she quite often comes and watches for the whole thing and like comments, and it's just so nice to see someone that's done so well being so supportive of like smaller influencers and things. And I just think it's a real mark of someone's integrity, I guess, when they don't let like success get to their head and they still like talk to the smaller people. So yeah, beautiful palette, really like that packaging as well. I had the Escape Pod and I got rid of it because I didn't like it. That was great. Oh, I've got two milk palettes. We've got 420 and we've got Radioactive. Radioactive was a gift from my dear friend Teresa, and I don't actually reach for this palette a whole lot just because it's one of those, again, where friends get me something and I just kind of treasure it and I don't really like want to use it up in a way, which is silly because it's makeup and like obviously we should use our makeup. But do you know what, the quality of this is incredible. I did use it in a live once. Some of these are like shimmery and some of them are matte, but yeah, the quality is so nice on this. Like I said, I used it in a live. I can swatch all these shades if I could do this with my thumb. It's real nice. I think you can get better. I hope you don't mind me saying this, Teresa. I think you can get better bright palettes for cheaper. But if this is something that does really tickle your pickle, then go for it because it is really good quality. But yeah, you can get like rainbow palettes that are better than this and much, much cheaper. But if you really like melt quality and you just like kind of love collecting all the melts, then it's really good, and I love the packaging. And then I bought a couple of palettes off Gina, and she put this in my package just for free, which was nuts. So yeah, this is the 420, and it is quite neutral, isn't it? But this yellow, this green, this green, this green, this. There's so many shades in here that I really love. Oh, look at me, I actually look decent today. It's because Greg is shooting some promo pictures today, so I have to be included, unfortunately. Anyway, so my hands are a little bit stained. Just ignore it. This murky green. Wow. Because I had Gemini and then I sold it because I was just a little bit short of cash that month. So I'm kind of very glad actually that I have this, because it's quite a Gemini-esque palette. I really like the layout of Melt. I think they just, like, their palettes always look so pretty. And this yellow is stunning. It's a yellow that I really feel Cosmic Peaches or Daniela would really enjoy in her collection. This is a really nice like caramelly brown. So you can see what kind of floats the boat on this palette. It's that kind of like murky, browny, greeny palette, and it's really stunning. In fact, Teresa, do you have this one? It's very pretty. There's only one shimmer, but that's not a big deal because I think a lot of us have shimmers elsewhere, and it's like, look at that cool packaging, right? Oh, next up, one of my favourite palettes. In fact, this is my only remaining Huda palette because it is my favourite. This is the Mercury Retrograde. Look at it. Ooh. This blue makes my soul sing. I've done numerous videos, look at it, numerous videos on this, but I've also done a video where I duped it with the W7 and it was almost identical. So you really don't have to spend, what, 60 quid on this. You can get the W7 and I think be pretty much just as happy, but look at those shimmers. This really was Huda's like pièce de résistance when it came to eyeshadow palettes. I love it. I will never declutter this palette ever because I think it's so good. Quite often I will just add in a black eyeshadow when I'm using it just so I can get that depth that I want, but apart from that I think it is perfect. I love it so much. I'll never get rid of this. Is it super expensive? Yes. Is it worth it? In my opinion, yes. But like I said, if you can't get it or you don't want to buy it or for whatever reason, get the W7, was it Total Eclipse or something? It is just the same, not quite as good, but you get the effect. And talking of favourite palettes, we can't really ignore this one much longer, can we? Dose of Colours Friendication. Apparently they don't make it anymore, and I know Beauty Bay has stopped stocking Dose of Colours, which is just another stupid thing that Beauty Bay have chosen to do. I'm trying to not get mad at Beauty Bay every single time I think about them, but honestly I can't help it because they just keep making stupid decisions. I think they should employ me and I will tell them what brands we all want to see on Beauty Bay. Okay? My desk gets very messy. This has been a favourite palette since I first bought it. I remember I think it was £39 when I bought it, and then like the last time I looked on Beauty Bay when they still had it, it was £49, and I was like, damn, Beauty Bay, your prices are going up too much. This is like the X-ray shade that they have in their singles. Do you know what, I probably should include singles in this video, but maybe I'll do them separately with like pigments and stuff. Like, oh, that old gold shade just touches me in my heart. And then this is like a topper shade, and I've seen Tia like use this as a highlighter and it looks so good on her. This like cranberry one, which honestly I never reached for. It's the browns in here for me as well. They're just the perfect, lovely, warm, caramelly browns. This palette's perfection. It's the Desi and Katie collab palette, and they did a perfect job. If you can get your hands on this palette, get it. You will not regret it, I promise, or your money back. It is such intense quality. I mean, how many times have I spoken about it? 1,000,000,001. So I won't talk about it too much, but even the packaging's pretty. I don't love the texture of it. I'm one of those people that gets quite upset with textures. But I can deal with it. Oh, let's talk about this special one. I have not yet done a video on this. This is the Glaminatrix U Beauty palette, and they sent this to me just after it launched. And I've sat and I've swatched it a lot, and I've ogled at its natural beauty. And I'm going to swatch it for you just now. So, from what I know, Glaminatrix is an Australian brand, and it's like an indie brand. These shadows, the shimmers are where it's at. Like, the shimmers are just something else. There's like 2 in here that are super special as well. I'm going to save them for last. That purple is actually stunning. I don't know, I don't feel like my camera is picking up how special these are. Look at this one. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Oh, look at it. That is like liquid metal on my hand, and it's a duochrome. You can totally see that there, I think. Maybe even a multi-chrome. It's a really special shade. And then this one here is really special as well. Mine is going to crack. It's like a green to pink duochrome. But if you like swatch things on like corners, then you can see the duochrome better. I don't know if you can. Quite often I'll just put that all over my lid and then just an eyelash, and it looks great. I'd say the mattes in here are maybe not that great. I mean, they're fine, but they're nothing really to write home about. And also I feel like it's not a very cohesive palette in terms of coming up with a full look for me anyway. It's not, and I don't know, I like to think that I've got some amount of like artistic ability, but for me I do struggle coming up with a look that I can then work these stunning shimmers in. But honestly, this palette's worth it just for that G'day shade. Like, I have never seen anything quite as beautiful as that eyeshadow. It's phenomenal. Whatever they've done there, it's literal magic. So yes, great, thank you for ruining my life by beeping your horn. I won't offend you with my Australian accent. Natasha DENONA, Natasha DENONA, CIRCO LOCO. This is stunning. I did a video on this recently. This is what it looks like. Again, you'll see all my full swatches and everything if you want in that video that I did. Also Rebecca, one of my sausages and friends, she did a beautiful look using this palette. It's really nice. For me, it's just like, do you have the money to spend on these to make it worth it? And if you have bags of money, then sure, like, go for it. But if you don't have bags of money, I don't think you're like missing out so much. It is real nice. The shimmers are special, but I would say like the shimmers in this feel nicer than this Natasha DENONA. But it is a really nice palette. I really enjoyed using it. The shade here, can I get a clean finger? This blue is like one of the, I'm swatching in a really stupid place. It's one of the most beautiful pastel blues I've ever come across. Okay, those swatches, they look sick, right? But yeah, I did a full video on this recently. It is stunning. Do you want to spend that much on a palette? Then do, because it is really good. Hey, what have we got now? I'm going to do these two together because they're sisters. And I've done so many videos on them, I don't feel like I really need to swatch many shades. XL Pro and Carnival 3 Love Tahiti from BPERFECT. I talked about Jeffree Star being stocked on BPERFECT in the video where I used the, I'll just bring it up, the SCEPTRE palette. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, you can go watch that. But we're just going to swatch because that's what these videos are about. This is one of my favourite palettes of all time. I've used it to death. I think it is one of the best quality palettes that I've ever come across. It's got all the shades that I want. As you can see, I've hit major pan. I have done 101 videos using it. It's incredible. I've bought it for like a few friends because I just needed them to have it in their collection. I can't really swatch Pink Lily because it's like dying. Tahiti is just, it's one of the greats in the eyeshadow game, if you ask me. I honestly don't think it swatches as well. It's like it's not showing itself in a great light with the swatches, but you've seen from my videos how much I enjoy it. This is the XL Pro, the shade here, Reckless. Touches my soul. It's like the darkest, most stunning thing I've ever come across. The shimmers in these palettes are not that great, like they're not very exciting, but it's more about the mattes. They blend, they're pigmented, they do bits to me. Talking of that, Love Island's coming back, isn't it? Let me swatch one more. Oh, Pep Talk is one of my favourite pinks. It's like Pepto-Bismol. Great palettes, highly recommend. Don't think they're too expensive for what they are. And I might as well just swatch some of the SCEPTRE. Literally just did a video on this though, so again, you can go on my channel and watch that. I should maybe wash my hands, shouldn't I? I thought this palette was excellent, really good quality, but to be honest, I don't really want to use it now. I probably won't use it again on my channel. I probably will declutter it because I'm really unhappy with how the creator of this palette treated my very, very good friend Teresa. Hugely mean to her in a review, then gaslighted her. It was just horrible. If you want to see all of that, she like documented it over on her Instagram, which I'll link down below. But just the way they treated an honest reviewer, they were totally like, it doesn't sound nice to say, but they were punching down and just making her look like an idiot and making her feel like one. And it was just horrible to see. So I probably will get rid of this palette, even though in my review I was like, I love it, I'm never getting rid of it. But how can I keep something and use it when they were so awful to one of my best friends? So they just really shot themselves in the foot. And I know Brendan, the owner of BPERFECT, reached out to Teresa and he was really professional and nice with her, but to be honest, the damage was done by the Vivian and the Vivian's partner. So, and if you still have it and still use it and still love it and still all of that stuff, then that's excellent. It's nothing to do with the palette, it's to do with the people that they collaborated on with. So yeah, anyway, moving on. This was a birthday gift from Amy. This is the Lunar Beauty Eternal Eclipse. This is stunning. I have used this a few times. I don't think I've filmed a video with it though. This is my first experience of Lunar Beauty, and I have to say I can see now why people hype it up so much, because it is truly great quality, and the mattes in here are really stunning quality as well actually. And they're a really nice like assortment, I know that's my least favourite word, of matte browns. Like the colours are really pretty, and then this blue is stunning. And there's a lovely grey in here. Like really good quality, super expensive. I didn't realise how much Lunar Beauty was, but if again this is in your price range, if you really like the colour story and all of that, then Lunar Beauty, from what I can see, is very good quality. And that palette especially, it's just like a dark, smoky, sexy dream come true really. Would recommend very much. Then we've got, we've got two Urban Decays actually. One is my classic Born to Run, which I've had forever, won't ever declutter, and another is the Electric, which my friend Daniela sent to me because she wasn't using it and she knew that I'd always wanted an Electric. So this is so old, you can't get it now, to be honest. It's more of a collector's item, although I have used it like in my own time and just put it on my eyes, but like I don't really think, you know, eyeshadows go off really, but come on, this is old, but still I would use it. It's so nice. I can't believe the pigment. This came out before I was interested in makeup, like before I like played with rainbow colours and stuff like that. Like when this came out, I was just like wearing a little bit of eyeliner and concealer. So I didn't appreciate this before it was too late, which was a shame. But now I have it, and it's more just, yeah, a collector's piece in my collection because I've always wanted it, and it's lovely, to be honest, even though it's so old. Born to Run, I bought this a very long time ago, and looking at it, you might be like, Melissa, that is not your kind of palette. How good do I look today? Like, I'm kidding, by the way. Not a Melissa palette, right? But I think it was Jamie Genevieve that made me want this. She kept like posting pictures of her doing these like really sexy smouldery eyes, and I was like, okay, I want that palette now. And I just really like it. I find it's something that I like grab for when I'm like going traveling, which is not something, you know, we've done a lot of recently, but back when we could, yeah, I find myself taking this with me because it wasn't a palette that I was super precious about. Like if I did lose it or break it, I wouldn't have cried, but it also has everything that I needed, and it's got real light blending shades and then real dark shades, and then like this, I know I've got something else like this, like gunmetal silver shimmer. It's just lovely. So yeah, I would never get rid of that palette, to be honest, because I really like it. And I feel like it's one of those palettes that's always been there for me. You know, like when I've needed it, my Born to Run has been there. My memory card is just about to fill up in a 4, 3, 2. We're back in the room. It didn't fill up. You can only film for 30 minutes. And then it needs you to restart. So we have 2 left. First up, we have Juvia's Place Wahala, which translates to drama. It tells you right there. This was a lovely gift from Callum, and I treasure this palette, which you see these greens. They are out of this world, like this like goldy green. Like I'm sure Teresa has this palette just for those shades. And then it's got these like pressed glitters. They're just insane. They're so beautiful. And I don't even really like pressed glitters that much, but wow. It is though, once again, one of those palettes that is so special to me, I barely reach for it, which is stupid, but it's just sometimes how my brain works. Really good quality, and I'm not actually like a massive Juvia's Place stan. Like I have bought Juvia's Place palettes in the past, and I mean, like, I don't understand why everyone loses their minds over the palettes, because I don't think they're as good as people say. But this palette is phenomenal. Look at this state of my desk. Hey. Art. It's called Modern Art, guys. So yeah, really lovely palette. Need to reach for it more, but it's like just one of those things that I have and I look at and I touch and I'm like, oh, like that was a gift. That's so special. But really nice quality. Like almost worth it just for those 2 green shimmers that I swatched in the very beginning. This, do you know the annoying thing about swatching pressed glitter is that you can then never get it off of your life. Then lastly, this is actually a palette I thought would go in my medium priced palette video, but this is the JACLYN Hill Volume 2 and this is £39, so it definitely belongs in here. And once again, it's just a palette that maybe I don't do enough videos on, but I do reach for it quite a lot in my own time, like, because quite often I will sit and just put makeup on for fun, you know, imagine. And I really like this palette. I think the quality is really decent. It's not the best quality palette in the world, absolutely not. But I love all the purples and pinks. And you know me, I'm really into like blending out purple with pink and then orange into yellow. And this palette has all of those shades for me. I don't know, I just feel like this palette was a bit more, it was different, wasn't it? And people were saying, that's not JACLYN Hill at all, like she never wears colours like that. But I don't care, because it meant I got a really pretty colourful palette. Like she could release a rainbow palette and if it was good I'd buy it because I love rainbows, but it's really good quality actually. Like I really don't have a problem with it, and it's got a black, which you know I appreciate for adding depth to makeup looks. That gold's really pretty on the inner corner, like this like pink shift. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's really nice under the brow. It's a really lovely palette. Do I ever touch these 2, 4, 6, these 10? Not really. Like this, these could all go and then it would be perfect. But like, I still love it. I'm not going to get rid of it. Like, I've done so many declutters, you guys know this, and this has always stayed because I think it's very, very, very good quality. So as you can see, this is the one category that I've not decided to get rid of anything. Well, no, I have. Ha! I'm getting rid of Sceptre. So I'm actually getting rid of a couple palettes in each video that we've done, which again was not the intention. Yeah, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what palettes that you've seen that maybe you want me to do a video on, and I'll do videos. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. There we are then. There are my eyeshadow palettes for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you saw any that you want me to do like proper videos on, full length videos on, like tutorials or whatever, then let me know down in the comments. Like this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I put out 3 videos a week, and also my cats are usually always with me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you all on the flip side. Hasta la vista.